What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Ian, and today we're going to be doing a complete system flush and clean using the EK Cryo Cool loop cleaner and Superflush concentrate. So today I'm going to show you the entire process of using this product and to see if it even works. So let's begin. Alright guys, so before we start, I want to kind of give you just a quick overview of the setup I have currently in my office to kind of explain why we have to do a system flush. So I currently have, my computer is over here. I have a dual monitor setup. This is where I do all my office work, school, video editing, and other projects that I work on, photo editing and stuff like that. And then over here, next to it, is my computer. This is my main computer right here. This is the Lian O11 Dynamic Evo XL, I believe. Maybe not the XL variant, I can't remember. But it's the Lian O11 case. And you can see there are no radiators in this case. There's just fans. And that is because in this case, everything is liquid cooled and it just comes in from this little PCIe pass-through, goes into the CPU, out the CPU to the GPU, and right back out of the case, which gives it a really clean, open look. And then if we follow what comes out over here, don't mind the horrific amount of cables, you'll see that these tubes come out of the back and they go down to this guy. And this is a MO-RA3 420 radiator. And this is just a giant external radiator. And it's powered by two D5 pumps. And if we go down here, let me see if I can move some stuff out of the way. And if we go down here, you can see the in and out where the pumps are, and then the reservoir. Unfortunately, there is a fungus among us. I do have some bacterial or microbial growth in the reservoir that I can see with my eyes, so we're going to do a system flush using the EK Cryo Fuel. So let us begin. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is change the pump speed on my MO-RA3 420 Octo controller that controls the D5 pump. So this is the AquaSeat Octo, so you can see all the different parameters I have set and monitor. Water in, water out, the ambient temperature, you can see it's only 1.1 degree above ambient, so that's within margin of error. And by the way, also I want to say, I know I'm recording my screen. I can do a screen record, but I'm just too lazy to do it right now. So we'll go to Octo, we'll go to our fans, and this is our water pump 1. You can see it runs at 54% and it goes off a temperature curve, temperature in Celsius, and you can see where I set my parameters at right here. So what we're going to do is just click power preset, and I'll change that one to 100, and we'll go to our fan 2 in power preset. And now both of our water pumps are spooled up to the maximum setting. And I can hear some bubbles floating around in the PC case. You can see up here, the pumps are now screaming at 100%. And that way when I return power to the PC, when I'm trying to put water or flush around water in it, the pumps run at maximum settings. Alright, so now that we have turned the pumps to 100%, I need to just clean up some area. I just need to move these speakers over here real quick so they're not in the way. So I'm just going to make sure I disconnect power. Power's off, and I'm going to very gently pull this out of the speaker mount. We'll just set that on the desk. And then I'm going to move the speaker stand out of the way. Very, very awesome. And now we have full-on access to the MO-RA, which I'm going to move out of the way. Some of the keen eye might have noticed that I have a piece of foam sitting on top of my MO-RA. That is simply because my cat likes to knock stuff off my desk, and it protects my MO-RA. Alright, we have the MO-RA3 420 pulled out from behind my desk, and this is kind of the setup I have right here. So I have the heat killer reservoir right here. And then I have an in and out, and then it comes into two quick disconnects, and then on the other side, over here, I have an Octo controller. Can't really see it. The cable management is not the best, but this is always facing the desk side, so from this side, it doesn't look bad at all. But then, yeah, so two quick disconnects by coolants, right? And these run back all the way up to the PC. And then it's literally simply powered by And this entire thing is powered by Molex. So it goes into Molex, and then it goes into a Molex to SATA adapter, because the pumps are run off of SATA. And then I have another, it's complex, but it works. So that means I only have 2 cables running up to my PC. I have a power, and then one for the actual controller itself. So those are the only 2 physical cables that connect to this. And yeah, let's see if I can get a picture of that fungus. Alright, I'm not sure if you guys can see this right now, but there is discoloration right where my camera is focusing right now. And that is fungus in the system. Yeah, you can see right there. See how it's pink color? Yeah, that is microbial growth, and that is bad. So we are draining and going to do a super flush to see how it does, and hopefully cleans that all out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this. This is cool. Let's quick disconnect. Watch this. Disconnected. Bam. Too easy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this probably as my thing I'm going to shove air into. So I'm going to disconnect this, and then I'll blow air into this, and I'll disconnect the quick disconnect off this end and just put this into a bucket and then blow air into the system and hopefully drain the whole MO-RA. If that doesn't work, this is my first time trying to shove air into it. I think it's going to work though, so we'll see. Alright, so to make this a little bit more streamlined, I'm going to connect this quick disconnect and just have this end, this end going into a empty 5-liter bucket, and then I'll just set that right here for now. I'm actually going to put this between these 2 guys, that so it doesn't tip over. There we go. And I'll just connect it like this. Cool. And then I'll raise this up, and I'll just blow air into this. So hopefully that will drain the system. Alright, so we got the hose in the bucket. I have this guy set up. So I'm going to pretty much just take off this quick disconnect right here, and then I'm going to insert this and start blowing air through the system. So hold this up. Alright, here we go. That works pretty good. Very good, very good. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do is just re-screw back on this quick disconnect. Alright, good enough. And then I'll quick disconnect this guy, and we'll quick disconnect that guy. Alright guys, we are now in a change of areas, so I just want to verify that we did in fact drain the whole loop. So I'm unscrewing the cap of the reservoir right now to relieve pressure in the system. And then what I'm going to do is just unscrew this temperature sensor. If any water comes out, we'll then know it's completely flushed. Okay. Let me give this guy just a little shake. Yeah, nothing. Okay. So it's completely drained. Very good. We'll clean off this temperature sensor in case it got any grime from it laying in the sink. And we'll just reinsert that right there. Alright, let's open up the EK Cryo Cleaner. We have 2 different bottles, the Loop Cleaner and the Superflush. And I believe we start with the loop cleaner, and then we finish with the Superflush, and I'll verify with that with the instructions. All right, so it wants you to pour. This is a 250 milliliter bottle, as you can tell by the tick marks on the back. It wants you to pour 250 milliliters in 250 milliliters into 1,250 milliliter bottle to a total of 1,500 milliliters. So my MO-RA3 420 setup takes more than 1,500, so what I'm going to do is just dump the whole bottle in here, fill it up with distilled water, and then I'll just keep adding distilled water until the loop is full. And then we'll run that for approximately 24 hours. So let's get on with that. Just a heads up, this does have a corrosive warning with this, so I'm going to fill this up in the bathroom in case so I don't spill anything on my desk. So I'll come back with the cleaner and the squeeze bottle. I'll be right back. Alright, let's go fill this up with distilled water. Speaking of which, I have 10 gallons of distilled water. These are $1.30 a piece. How cool is that? I didn't realize we sold these in a local store next to me. So I've been buying this on Amazon for like $10 for 5,000 milliliters. So try to find local distilled water. It's a lot cheaper. Nice. This is going to be a pain in the ass to pour, I can already sense. Oh, can I do it? Oh my god, I'm a professional. Some bubbles there. A little foamy. We'll stop there. Man, I'm good. Put the cap back on. Alright, now we're just going to fill the loop up, and then we'll turn on the PC and it will slowly start filling itself up. So. And this is just gravity. The pumps aren't even on right now. And while we're waiting for that to kind of self-fill, I'm going to add a little bit more water into this 1,000 milliliter squeeze. Oh shit. Alright, we're just going to turn on the PC, top it off a little bit, and then we'll just turn on the PC and let it kind of self-fill. And then we'll turn off the PC, and then we'll refill it again. Because you don't want to run these pumps dry. Alright, we'll turn the PC back on. There goes the pumps. I did spill a little bit right here. That's fine. Lots of bubbles. Oh, and she's flowing, guys. Look at this. Look at that flow rate. That's what 2D5s will do for you. Alright guys, so it's currently 3:42 on July 27th. We just finished it about 5 minutes ago where we incorporated the Superflush, or excuse me, the loop cleaner. So we'll have this run for about, it says up to 24 hours, so we'll probably run it for about 20 hours. And then we'll flow it with the Superflush. But yeah, it's still pretty foamy up in there. It's slowly going down, and as it's slowly decreasing in bubbles, I'm adding the last little bit of distilled water while we're waiting. And yeah, tomorrow we'll continue this video. I also just want to add real quick, people who are afraid of the bubbles in the system, temperatures are still fantastic. Let me see if I can get this to focus right here. So yeah, the hottest the CPU's been is 55 degrees. And this is just at idle, just chilling, which is probably a startup process, but temperatures are totally fine. And you can see we got clocks of over 6.2 actively right now. So 6.1, 6.2, and then our P cores, or E cores, are at 4.6. So yeah, temperatures are totally fine while you're doing this flush. So I will keep monitoring and let you guys know if there's any updates. Alright guys, just a little update. It's been about 2.5 hours since we put this Superflush or system cleaner in here from EK. You can see the water has turned a very blue color. The foam has completely settled. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting how blue this water has turned in here. So I'll keep monitoring for updates, and we'll see how it goes.